Hi, it's Katie. I am going to share with you a book talk on Brown Girl Dreaming. This book is by Jacqueline Woodson, and what makes this book unique is that it's actually written in verse. So it's a series of poems. And this is about the author, Jacqueline Woodson's life. And she grew up in South Carolina and also New York. And she says that she always felt halfway at home in each place. And so through poetry, she shares what it was like to grow up as an African American in the 1960s and 70s and living in the remnants of Jim Crow and her awareness of the civil rights movement. Each poem is really emotionally charged, and you can catch a glimpse into her soul as she searches for her place in the world. It reflects the joy of finding her voice through writing, and she talks about how she struggled with reading as a child, and it kind of creates the sparks of the writer that she'll eventually become. So here are the first few pages of Brown Girl Dreaming. February 12th, 1963. I am born on a Tuesday at University Hospital, Columbus, Ohio, USA, a country caught between black and white. I am not born long from the time or far from the place where my great-great-grandparents worked the deep, rich land, unfree, dawn till dusk, unpaid, drank cool water from scooped-out gourds, looked up and followed the sky's mirrored constellation to freedom. I am born as the South explodes. Too many people, too many years. Enslaved, then emancipated, but not free. The people who look like me keep fighting and marching and getting killed, so that today, February 12th, 1963, and every day from this moment on, brown children like me can grow up free, can grow up learning and voting and walking and riding wherever we want. I am born in Ohio, but the stories of South Carolina already run like rivers through my veins. Second daughter's second day on earth. My birth certificate says female, Negro. Mother, Mary Ann Irby, 22, Negro. Father, Jack Austin Woodson, 25, Negro. In Birmingham, Alabama, Martin Luther King Jr. is planning a march on Washington, where John F. Kennedy is president. In Harlem, Malcolm X is standing on a soapbox talking about a revolution. Outside the window of University Hospital, snow is slowly falling. So much already covers this vast Ohio ground. In Montgomery, only 7 years have passed since Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a city bus. I am born brown skin, black hair, and wide-eyed. I am born Negro here and colored there. And somewhere else, the freedom singers have linked arms, their protests rising into song. Deep in my heart, I do believe that we shall overcome someday. And somewhere else, James Baldwin is writing about injustice, each novel, each essay, changing the world. I do not yet know who I'll be, what I'll say, how I'll say it. Not even 3 years have passed since a brown girl named Ruby Bridges walked into an all-white school. Armed guards surround her while hundreds of white people spat and called her names. She was 6 years old. I do not know if I'll be strong like Ruby. I do not know what the world will look like when I am finally able to walk, speak, write. Another Buckeye, the nurse says to my mother. Already I am being named for this place. Ohio, the Buckeye State. My fingers curl into fist automatically. This is the way, my mother said, of every baby's hand. I do not know if these hands will become Malcolm's raised and fisted, or Martin's opening and asking, or James curled around a pen. I do not know if these hands will be Rosa's or Ruby's, gently gloved and fiercely folded calmly in a lap on a desk around the book, ready to change the world. If you want to read more Brown Girl Dreaming, and if you like historical novels, this might be the book for you. Choose it for your book club book.